And we're rolling. Okie dokie.
Alrighty then.
Chapter 276, where we were proven very wrong, but also very right.
We were right in so many ways and wrong in so many others. So, lads, initial thoughts before we go on a page-by-page basis.
Shit.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
We got some stuff right.
We got a couple of things.
Then we got a bunch of other stuff happening that nobody thought was gonna happen.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I didn't see any of like the last 2 pages.
Oh, the last half of it
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah, that too.
Nothing but left field.
Yeah, and they weren't even out of nowhere left field. They were all perfectly reasonable.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, of course it could have happened. Why didn't I think of that? But the entire time you're going, oh my god, why did he think of that? No!
What's going on?
Make him stop! Stop writing! Stop!
What do you mean he thought of this really logical and plausible continuation of the story? No, stop it.
Let my boys live.
Come on here, Coach. You gotta follow Rocky a bit more on this one.
You gotta bet that there's at least 3 people on Twitter trying to cancel him just so that they can keep the characters alive longer. If he stops writing the manga, he can't kill Eraserhead, okay?
It's the Berserk hiatus.
He's a
If he doesn't write, the characters won't feel any pain.
If there's never a chapter released, then they'll all be okay.
It's a relative term, but
So this
they all be
story,
stuck. Yeah.
yeah. So we
Eternally
begin.
fighting.
So we begin. News helicopter. This weird-looking dude.
chop, 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 chop.
Raffle. We're coming to you live from the skies of Jakku City. Are you seeing this? No.
Oh my god.
No, I'm blind. Thank you for
No,
asking.
there's a fuck ton of dust. A good third of the city has been reduced to rubble.
We're doing a dramatic reading now, Rob.
Yes, we're doing... I don't know, I just like news voices. Directly below us, rescue teams, who and the heroes and law enforcement officials are helping cities evacuate.
Yeah, so we basically get a news update in the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we get Small Might
Small Might.
with a.
Oh shit.
Oh, man.
It's
And then
so first off, that's one of the first things we were incorrect about.
yeah.
No Tartarus All Might.
I guess that's
Yes,
true.
sadly. However, I would like to point out the fact that we are brought to the attention, this is a storytelling thing. The fact that the attention is brought to Aryan All Might within the first 2 pages,
Yeah.
and then All for One in 3
And then
pages.
also all of their families.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's So again, we haven't seen Shoto very much in this. So until he pops up again, we have to just assume obviously it's just because of Endeavor, right?
That's what I have to assume. Because Shoto's arc is about his relationship with his father. Same thing goes for all of his siblings and his mother. You know?
Todoroki's arc is about everyone's relationship with his father.
It's just Endeavor going, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to make amends with each of you, and they're all just like, you suck. And he just keeps on moving. And so so I'm assuming that that's what this is for, because we're only seeing relatives of people who are related to, our big 3 main characters throughout this arc so far has been, on the good guys side, has been Endeavor, Bakugo, and Midoriya.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I'm not going to call them death flags, but I'm going to call them something. All Might's breaking a sweat. So
Veins popping.
yeah.
His hand is just so much bigger than
So
the
massive.
rest of his body.
He's got
It's like the one
like
his
Ratchet and
fingers.
Clank hands.
I feel like she gets smaller every time he draws Ari.
Yeah.
It's just his hands are so large. Oh my god. I can't get over it.
I do love
You only
that
see 2 of his fingers.
I do love how we see how, like, All Might and All for One are kind of drawn in the same pose, facing 2 different directions. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It's just,
Also, their smiles are just kind of inverted of each other.
yeah,
you know?
kind of. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of these parallelisms. Still not a word. Looked it up, not a word.
Really?
Well,
Apparently.
Oh, well,
Whatever. My word now.
coined
Fuck
it.
you.
dibs.
yeah, dibs.
Dibs.
Before we move on, I just want to point out Bakugo's mother, whose name I can't remember,
Yeah.
she's looking at a photo album of Katsuki, and there's a cartoon picture of a bomb on the cover, and I think that's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Katsuki memory.
Also, many people believe flag death. It's a death flag for Bakugo. That's what people think.
Bullshit.
Really?
I'm just
Yeah.
repeating what I've read.
Yeah, and I'm telling
I
Because
you,
that-
disagree with that.
there is no universe.
I think all
in
of
which
them
this-
have death flags.
Yeah, I'm telling you, there's no
Everyone
universe
dies.
in which this series ends without a final confrontation between Midoriya and Shigaraki, and right before that, Bakugo either having his shit kicked in or dying. That is what's going to happen. I'm calling it now. There are going to be 2 final arcs. The ultimate one is going to be Deku and Shigaraki. The penultimate arc is going to see Bakugo getting his shit kicked in or dying. Watch out, everybody. Calling it now. See you in 5 years.
I'll take 5 more years of this story. No
Honestly,
complaints
I
here.
would-
Yeah,
I would
honestly.
enjoy- I mean, I'm still watching One Piece.
It's been 12 years.
No, it's been like 20,
Yeah, wow.
almost
fuck.
21. You know,
Publishing in
I read
98.
One Piece. I just watch episodes that I like the.
oh yeah,
manga
yeah.
for.
That's how. After Water 7, there's no point in watching. Let's get back to the. Let's get
Blah
back to
blah,
my
Pirate,
pirate,
back to my
pirate,
hero.
blah
blah
blah.
blah pirate.
Pirate,
We
blah
should
blah.
start that.
Pirate.
Okay, so we get back to what the hell was this guy's name again? Manuel.
Manual.
Yeah, Manuel.
And,
That's
Rocklock.
Ingen
Why does
Kenya's work study guy.
Why does he have such a
Yeah.
shitty hero name? Whose idea was Manuel?
Well, because like it's the whole like Ingenium tree of like area.
I guess, but
So like
Manuel?
they're like engines and stuff, and he's like a friend of Ingenium. And,
I'm
like,
pretty sure it's Ingenium.
that would make sense, but I see the Gen and I'm like Gen.
Like, Japanese
it's-
again.
Well, also, I'm not gonna get into why I think of it like that. That'll just be a whole other tangent. But yeah, no, I see it as that whole like engine motif going on in the quirk and
Alright.
naming and stuff.
Yeah.
So we see him again. Araki again with using great character designs on background
Araki.
characters. All right, whatever. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut.
You're JoJolian speaking.
Yeah.
But
Sorry, I can only keep track of like 8 Japanese names at a time, and at least 7 of those are being held with characters in these mangas. So like one at a time here.
I find this page very interesting.
Oh.
Just specifically the page with the My Hero.
Oh, so page 4.
Page 4, yeah. I
'Cause
don't
it's
know
just
the
why
name
I
of the
find
chapter.
it so well. The name of the chapter, which is
You cheated.
yeah, and also
This is-
just like the build up I get from this. I think
Yeah, because like the
Yeah,
first half of this
Definitely great
chapter,
setup.
the first half of this chapter is a lot of just establishing like what's happening. Like even the fighting that's happening isn't in service of an actual fight. It's in service of Endeavor realizing things about Shigaraki. It's in service of people finding out how and Eraserhead's keeping his quirk running. You know, shit like that.
Yeah.
You know,
It like explains what's going on
yeah.
in a very well done manner.
Yeah, because it establishes, all right, so Manuel is with Eraserhead, and he's being carried by Rocklock. Our protagonist and deuteragonist is being dragged around by Old Man, and Endeavor is angry. Also, Shigaraki is here. Like,
Shigaraki's just smooth.
and he got a sweet phone. He got a sweet cell phone, dude.
It looks like a battery pack.
It kind of does. Funny enough, though, it's very strange. Like, we only get her for, like a panel. But right below the panel of Shigaraki with the cell phone, it's just like, by the way, the dragon's here. She doesn't do anything else for the rest of the chapter, so like, oh, okay, yeah. Get a new hero.
We get a new
Ketoacidosis.
Well, it's not really new, but now we finally understand what his quirk is.
Yeah, he's been in the background for a while.
It is really cool.
Yeah, I wonder what that means. Like, just can alter. Like, does he need to touch it? How does the bandages come into this?
I think it's like like if a guy was going to punch him, he could alter the direction of the punch and make him just punch himself in the face.
That's pretty rad.
That'd be pretty
It is pretty cool, and it works with like Endeavor.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
It works
it's
with Endeavor's inability to fall.
Yes.
I'm just falling.
Yeah, I wonder if he can like. It's interesting because just the way it's worded is very bland, you know. But I bet there's more to it than that.
I love the idea.
He might die, so it doesn't really matter, right?
Yeah, it's very like he's probably gonna die. I mean, come on, he got a name. That means, but we haven't seen him before this chapter, which means he dies. That's how this works.
Crust.
Maybe like, I would like to see him like try to save someone out of like a falling building, right? Like, what if someone falls off a building? He pulls out his like bandage like that. They fall through and he switches their trajectory to like a 90-degree angle. So right before they hit the sidewalk, they just fall to the side on their back.
It's interesting because it seems like it would conserve momentum.
Yeah, I don't think it slows their momentum. I think they would
But
still
it's
hit
also,
that wall with a lot of force.
Yeah. But that's also another thing, because if his quirk allows him to change momentum of object that he alters the course of, that would make it stronger than just altering the course of.
God, this random, almost nameless character has such a great fucking power.
Yeah, because that's the whole point of, like, that's the whole crux of the series. Like, these somewhat kind of random powers being made into something more than that.
Yeah. I have a feeling we may not see him again unless he's dying.
Oh, probably not.
Because, like, you can almost tell that his purpose here was just to give Horikoshi a reason for Endeavor to be up in the air again.
Yeah, I mean, or also, if Endeavor does croak or whatever.
Yeah.
The same thing that happened with Night Eye, where the two sidekicks just took over the agency.
Right.
That's true.
So next page we see Burst. Recipro Burst. Which is so fucking cool. I love it every time Endeavor does anything. What a fuck. I love it every time he does anything. Every single time. Like beating your wife and hurting your family sucks, but basically anything else with relating to his quirk, pretty rad. Like, as a hero, I love watching him. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It's.
So I
I just noticed the sound effect.
Burst.
No, the with Aizawa.
Bloop.
Oh.
Bloop. What a good use of Manuel's quirk. He's like, I'm also a hero. Why? Because I keep things moist.
Yeah, I didn't even know we knew what his quirk was, honestly.
I don't think we see it throughout the entire time he fights.
No, I don't think we ever see it other than now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen it before.
Oh, also, I love the tiny "of course."
Of course, like, of course.
Yeah.
Does he like conjure water, or does he just control it?
I would think he has to conjure it a little bit, because, I mean, where else would he get it? It doesn't seem like on his uniform there's any means of getting water.
He does have
most heroes who. That's true, but most heroes who rely on something like that. Like, remember Koda's parents who, like, controlled water-ish?
Mm-hmm.
They had, like, tanks and stuff, so...
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. So I guess he does just conjure... I wonder if his quirk is just, like, you can conjure water, but only, like, a bit.
Like a squirt gun.
like this, him keeping his eyes moist is literally all the water he can conjure. He's like, yep, I'm a hero.
How would he be a pro hero then? Like...
Well, he's not a very high-ranked pro hero.
But he's still a named pro hero.
Dude, dude.
I don't know. Actually, he's a
Grape
sidekick.
Soda, whatever the fuck his name is. Mineta is at the highest ranking hero school in Japan.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
think that applies.
Mineta has a kind of cool power, though.
He
could
makes
do some
things
crazy
sticky.
shit.
Okay, Jal, counterpoint. Coda. The animal guy. That is his name,
Yeah,
right? Coda?
he could talk
yes,
to
yes.
animals.
Only small ones.
No,
I never
There's
actually
a-
see him
well,
talk to anything bigger than like a
There's
dog.
really only small ones in Japan.
Yeah?
Yeah.
God,
Never-
imagine if there's... That would be a great character thing if, like, in the future there's a villain who's like... He's like, I'm a lion tamer. And Coda's like, idiot. Stupid.
No, you know what? That'd be actually pretty cool. But, never mind. We'll talk about it in the theory section. Just remind me we were talking about Coda.
Sure. So, Manuel's making himself useful, and that's pretty good. Glad he's doing something. And then we see in the top left, Endeavor is pissed off, and Shigaraki is a millennial. So he says yikes.
And it also sounds like he's like shooting like a Spider-Man web with the.
Yeah, he just gets up and is just like, yikes!
But oh, geez, this is a nice.
I love this splash page. This is great.
Just the, but then the perspective is really freaky on this one, because like Shigaraki's huge, and then you just get this tiny Endeavor.
Yeah, I don't
But,
think
like,
it's
it's because Shigaraki's closer to the reader from the perspective.
No, it's not a perspective thing. Look at the way like the flames around his feet are drawn. That's him quickly moving out of the way from where he was towards the reader.
No, that's what I mean. Like, I'm
Yeah.
saying that's the perspective thing. Like, now that Shigaraki's moving away towards the reader and Endeavor is farther away because of that's where he initiated his attack. But he just punched himself out of a midair, no momentum, besides whatever area he was shot from I think it was Ryukyu.
Yeah, he was just literally just knocked out of the way like a fucking
He just
rag
did
doll.
what's the All Might Smash that he does that?
Oh shit, I don't remember.
It's just the whatever his
just
does to, like,
list
move in
a
air.
list a fucking city
List the
and you'll
states.
probably be right. St. Louis, I don't know.
No, that's Deku, bro.
Oh, that's right. Sorry, Delaware,
Yeah, it might be Delaware.
Detroit.
Detroit. No, Detroit's when he punches people.
The United States of Smash.
That's when he punches people, but passionately. So, but I do want to point this out. So, Endeavor, fucking awesome fighting thing, but we haven't addressed his overheating problem yet.
No,
I feel like when
I
he
don't
was
think
fighting. I feel like when he was fighting the high-end Nomu, like 100 chapters ago, I felt like at this point he already had like oh shit, dude, I'm slowing down. Like, I remember being at this point by now. I feel like he's been
But
fighting
he also
for
got
so many
wounded by the
chapters.
Nomu.
He also probably has a lot more adrenaline going through his body, considering he's fighting.
Adrenaline
for
does
one.
the opposite if it's an overheating problem.
Yeah. No, but also he got wounded when he was fighting the Nomu,
That too.
Yeah,
so that did have a factor in it.
maybe.
But and also there's just not enough narrative space for it right now.
Probably not, but I mean, like, that's. I feel
Throwing
like
it
that's
into the story right now would make it even more complicated because we all know that they're probably gonna lose.
Yeah.
They don't need more reasons why they're gonna lose.
I feel like a quick throwaway line like, oh, fuck. like, Jesus, is it getting hot in here? Oh, shit, it is. And then that's just being...
Yeah, but it could also just be Endeavor just refusing to acknowledge his limits right now.
Yeah, maybe. Because
Going
he is in
plus
a
knows that-
tough spot.
Yeah, because like if he knows that this fails, then there's literally no point for him to even recover if this fails.
Right. So maybe he's prepared to die of overheating
Yeah.
before this happens.
But the next page 8, this perspective that we get here,
Oh, I love
Very-
this.
strange. I think it's very cool.
It
but
bounces around a lot.
Yeah.
So this is the first thing I like to point out because it's actually become like a bit of a recurring theme I've noticed for Shigaraki. He even does it again later in the chapter, where Shigaraki just sticking his arm out is never within the same panel. He always breaks into a different panel when he does that. regardless of whether or not that means anything.
Yeah, I
That's
think it
true.
just looks cool.
It just looks cool, but I think that's hilarious that Horikoshi's just like, yeah, no, he's the only one who could do that. Like, he could do this consistently all the time forever.
Well, he's also gone beyond any normal
Go
human limit.
beyond plus ultra.
No, but I'm saying, like, he's no longer human.
Yeah, and that's addressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really
Oh, God,
addressed that,
confirmations
but,
for
like-
days, man.
But like, even in this chapter, they're like, they don't refer to him as like a human, like that thing.
Yeah,
Like-
they haven't referred to him as a dude since he, like, killed Xless. They're like, holy shit, what is that thing?
Yeah, but I'm very glad that Horikoshi in this page just was like, Endeavor's like, oh my god, it's All Might, and then it's the doctor's like, nah, it's not All Might.
because Horikoshi knows his fan base. He knows at the moment he put in that panel, he had to get the doctor to say something about it. Because
Yeah,
otherwise,
exactly.
people will be all like, holy shit, he already replicated One for All. He did it, he already won.
But it's crazy that they already, like,
They're close.
it's still pretty close to All Might.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, it's at a certain point, effectively being as strong as All Might, even if you aren't on a technical level. Come on. Like, you're just as good as the real thing, especially if the real thing is out of commission. Like,
Yeah, and also, the real thing wasn't really technically,
yeah? Wasn't even...
like, you didn't really have a fighting style besides punch it really hard.
You think All Might, when he was a kid, was at UA, was just skipped all of the martial arts classes because he was like, no, this is fine. I'll just punch it. Like, really hard. And every time a Taekwondo teacher comes in, they're just like, okay, punch him. And he goes like, you sure you want me to? Yeah. You sure? Yeah. All right.
It's just One Punch Man.
Just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, One Punch Man's the prequel to this show. Did you not know that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually the thing. All Might just walked around throughout. My God, imagine like having One for All like as like when you're like Midoriya's age and not knowing how to control it at all. Because all I'm thinking is like,
I mean, this show.
just based on, I'm aware, but I'm saying just based on All Might's personality, he definitely accidentally Kakuined someone like
Oh yeah.
at least once.
Oh yeah. He donated somebody.
Like, he just walked up and was just like, Shine! Kakuin! And just fucking blood and guts everywhere. And he was like, oh shit, what the fuck? I just killed that guy.
And then
And then he told everyone the secret of One for All. I'm pissed.
You know what my favorite thing to think about is?
Oh, yeah?
Imagine because you know that they come up with a final attack, like the special attack thing.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, and then you, they weren't calling him All Might. What were they calling him at that point? Whatever his name is.
Toshinori.
Yeah. So Toshinori, what do you think your special attack's gonna be? I'm gonna punch him real hard.
But from, like, the sky. I'm gonna use my legs to jump into the sky and then punch him from there.
I'm gonna power dunk him.
What are you gonna call it, Toshi? Well, what do you think? Well, you call the last three abilities after United States cities, so maybe Manhattan Smash? No, United States of... He just really likes Nintendo. Anyway. That was a long tangent. We gotta move on.
Yeah, okay, so we get confirmation that we were correct that Eraserhead leg broke.
Yes, and even further confirmation that he's a Nomu.
Yeah.
That Shigaraki is effectively a perfect Nomu.
Yeah, but I think it's more in the sense of what is they called? What are the types of quirks that he can't seal Eraserhead? What are they called?
Oh, those like mutation types.
Yeah. So he can't seal off so the Nomus were always strong.
Yeah, but
Eraserhead couldn't erase that, but he could erase the regenerative ability.
Right. But
But
the
it
difference
doesn't
between
seem like it's erased right now.
No, so I don't think those are like quirks really. Like, you know, cuz what I'm thinking is like the way One for All works is that you sit there, you build up the power, and then you do the physical thing. The power is what allows the physical thing to be. like a super strong punch, a super strong jump, a super strong ability to change the weather by punching the air. Like, it's One for All that gives you the power to do so. I'm thinking, whether it be a quirk or a physical augmentation, Shigaraki effectively has that power just all the time. Like, he just has that power. He doesn't need to build it up. He's just like, no, I can flick my finger and destroy a building. That's fine. Like, that's what I'm guessing.
Maybe.
I'm guessing it's not even a quirk if you're being, like, technical about it.
Yeah, it's weird. It's hard to figure it out.
It's bizarre shit.
He's just big, strong.
He's...
Big, strong man. Yeah,
and I gotta say, it definitely looks like Horikoshi gave him a little black cape exclusively, because it hasn't changed its length since it's been cut, and now it's perfectly long enough for him to always be able to draw the silhouette of hair.
I told you that last time. That's exactly why.
I know, and I was like, maybe not, but now I'm looking at these panels and I'm like, yeah, okay, totally.
Like, it's 100% that. Okay. Ryukyu and Endeavor just got pounded.
Yeah, no, they get owned hard. Like, holy shit,
like,
dude.
Yeah.
Holy.
And we don't even see them again for the rest of the chapter. Like, we have no idea how if
Well,
they're
no,
okay.
We see them.
Not really. I'm just...
Well, out of chapter, off of page 9, we see them later.
Alright.
I know what you're saying, but I'm just saying.
So we gotta move on. We've been on this page for too long.
Yeah, Gran Torino just yeeting our youngsters over here.
It's true.
Just throw them on the ground. Like, damn.
Just like, here, sit.
Sit
down, dumbass. Shut.
But yeah, Horikoshi really has to go through the effort to make these guys look like kids.
Yeah, because I said it last time, and I'm going to say it again. Like, he draws them more adult the longer he's drawing just the students, but then when he realizes they need to interact with pro heroes again, he starts making them smaller and cuter to make them look like children again. He does this all the time. It's like a metronome.
Yeah, it's really funny.
So I love this because I love it when comics give me this, when I finally get an infographic. I get a map of the battlefield. I know where everyone is now because it's been a bit difficult to keep track of what's going on. And we haven't even had mention of the mansion yet, but moving away from that.
Yeah, very much moving away from that one.
My God.
There's some...
So, here we are. My God. So Deku and Bakugo are far away. Gran Torino, he hauled ass. Like, that was a far distance.
Pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty far. He's almost back at the tree line.
Yeah, that was like, my God. Someone ought to do the math to find out just how wide this crater he created is.
I mean, didn't it say 50 or...
Oh, yeah, they definitely said at the
kilometers?
beginting during the newscast,
So
right?
it'd be like 25 kilometers?
Jesus.
I think.
My God.
I don't know.
Jesus.
Anyway.
So Shigaraki, it's not even a hospital ruin, man. It's just a
Nothing
platform. It's like one singular floor.
We gotta talk about some of these sidekick heroes that we see in this panel here.
Which one?
The bottom of page 11.
Yeah, because this whole conversation
yes.
is just Gran Torino saying, "All right, guys, I know like you're just kids. Chill out. I'm gonna go help Eraserhead," and everyone else is, and Deku and Bakugo are like, but, and he goes, "No buts," and then he goes because that's.
And then Kaiju.
Yeah, all right. Gran Torino screwed us because he said the phrase, "What's the worst case scenario?" That's code.
Is the worst case.
This is the worst case scenario. We have Cerberus, the thing from Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Batman Cthulhu.
Hold on, I gotta look something up for a second.
The dog looks like Anubis. Or like, what was the name of Nasus, the League of Legends hero?
Oh, yeah. Kinda. I mean, a little bit.
No, he looks... very, very, very similar. I mean, it's just a dark drawn dog, but it's basically just a Beast of Darkness from Berserk.
Right on.
It's pretty much like the same exact design.
So this is fucking crazy. So this is nutty to me because this means that like this was a dog at some point. And I have no idea if this means that it was a person with a dog quirk or if it was a dog with a quirk. Well, here's the thing. Apparently, as far as they're aware, the only animal that they know has a quirk is Principal Nezu. So that means that there are animals with quirks out there.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But again, we did see the Hound guy from who works at UA, so
That's
it's not...
true.
Well, Hound Dog is a dude that like acts like a dog, but is obviously not a dog. We did meet the chief of police, who
snout.
literally is a dog.
The Hound Dog has a snout. How do you
Yeah,
mean
kinda. No. Like, but I'm telling you,
kinda.
Pat, you could have said, because I'm telling you, if you Google it right now, the chief of police is
the chief of
literally a
police
dog.
from the stain one.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Hound Dog is also a dog.
I'm not so sure. I feel like
He is a dog.
His head is
He
shit.
has
He has a snout,
Whatever.
dude.
They muzzle him
Why does he wear a muzzle then?
Because he has a snout.
because he's a dog.
If he's like a dog, dude, wouldn't he bite people? Why does he wear a muzzle?
Wait. What? What is...
Hound Dog
Why?
wears a muzzle.
So
Yeah.
you're saying if he's a dog, he would bite people. Why would he wear a muzzle? That's literally the whole point of wearing a muzzle, to not bite
But he's
people.
a hero. He should be biting villains. Why is that not?
Because he's
Because
really
he's on
pissed
school
off at
grounds.
everybody.
He's a teacher.
Okay, all right. Sorry,
Okay, whatever.
Jesus.
We get Makaraki, whatever you want to call him. Shigaraki mocking Endeavor.
Makaraki?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Makaraki.
I don't know, man. I'm tired.
And then him just being
fuck.
like, yeah, by the way, I didn't actually destroy any of the Nomu, and I actually turned them all on using a slight electric pulse.
Wait, I'm sorry. Right before we get back to that page, I just want to go back one because I just love this
Whatever.
reaction image of that Deku Bakugo and Gran Torino.
Yeah.
Just
man.
I just needed to
I
acknowledge
know.
that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah,
There's some
that-
quality
that-
stuff there.
Yep.
But
So does Shigaraki grow his entire arm back? Like, is that a thing that's gonna happen?
no, so since he hasn't yet, my
Yes.
assumption is that the regeneration is a quirk-based thing, and Eraserhead is erasing it
Yeah.
Okay.
since he hasn't regenerated.
Okay. No, that's fair. For a
But
guy,
I do love his whatever.
yeah.
Whatever.
It was this arm that's raised, right? I don't remember which.
Whatever.
I lost the other one. It's gone now. Whatever.
I just want to point out, when was Shigaraki in a suit?
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I have no idea when that is. But
I'm just assuming it's right before he gets put under for like the whole, or
Yeah.
it's like very early into the process of when he met the doctor.
That.
Nah, his
makes
hair's too
sense.
long for that.
Yeah, so it's probably just right before he went under. For
Like
the-
right after beating
thing.
Gigantomachia.
Yeah,
Maybe.
but he's wearing a suit. That's hysterical.
So weird.
All villains wear suits. Haven't you seen the Deku villain fanfics?
Yes. Stop it. Go away.
God.
Well
90% of
then.
those are like hot dog shit. Anyway, moving on.
And then, bottom of page
Okay.
15, we get Present Mike, who we haven't seen in like.
Oh, I thought you said Prison Mike.
No,
I was like, who?
I did.
No,
I meant
President
Present
Mike
Mike.
was talking to the doctor before too.
Okay, but now we get a full body shot and him just going, "Oh my fucking god!"
oh crap.
Oh
Crap.
Oh shit.
Like, oh, fuck. I love how his hair hasn't been banana shaped ever since the reveal about
Kurigiri.
yeah, like his
Flustered.
like a few chapters ago. Like it's been disheveled ever since. But it's like we only get ever since they like dispatched the doctor. Like we only get one or two like panels about him every few pages, and I just find that funny. I don't know why.
So-
I just think it's hysterical.
Yeah, no, it is. He's just providing some exposition because we know nothing.
Yeah. Which I guess is his way of mocking President Mike.
Yeah,
A little bit.
for sure.
A little bit.
Like just being like, hey, we pulled one over you guys. Haha, get wrecked.
And then
Oh, man.
can we talk about these next 2 pages?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot happens in just a few.
Oh my god.
Deku's like, the worst case.
Yeah, so the Nomu start attacking.
Of course.
Near
high ends.
What is it?
The near high ends. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes,
near
yeah.
high ends.
Thing.
Near high ends are attacking. Deku's like, oh shit.
Oh fuck, he
You
was
had to
right.
go
This
and
is
say
the worst
something
case
to me
scenario.
now.
Shigaraki just is like, fuck it, I'm gonna go kill Night Eye. Night Eye
He
goes
is
to
already
pull
dead.
Night Eye goes to pull a knife. And that's where
Erase her head. Aizawa.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh, that's
I
a
saw it. Yeah,
knife.
sorry,
I thought
yeah.
that was his belt he was taking off.
No, he's
Why
pulling
would
a
he take
knife.
off his belt?
It looks like his belt.
It's on his belt.
Yeah, I didn't realize he had a knife. I've never seen him use the knife before. This is brand new for me.
I don't think he has ever used a knife before.
What the fuck? Damn Horikoshi introducing new abilities at stupid times. What an idiot.
Yeah, my new ability, knife.
No.
Yeah,
I am
My
a
secret
secret weapon.
trump card. Knife.
Well, prepare for my secret weapon. Gun!
Yeah, exactly.
That's how he kills him. He just shoots. What are you gonna do? Erase my bullet, idiot?
And
Get
then,
wrecked, kid.
and then the next 2.
Oh, hey, Native's here.
Isn't
Is
it?
that native?
Yeah, look, he's got the big N on his chest and the culturally inappropriate feather on his head.
Oh yeah,
He's
you're
even
right.
got a feather
Native
cape.
is
That's
there.
native.
Yeah.
Wow. Didn't think to see him. All
Who
right,
else is
cool.
with them? It's
Weird,
native?
It's
nameless hazard suit
nameless,
guy, Manual, and Rocklock.
Huh. Okay.
But like, okay, page 18 and 19.
Yeah. Oh wait, first, hold on. Aizawa thinks back, like, if I die, no one will be left to hold him back, and he thinks about his students. First thinks of Midori, and he gets a triumphant panel. And then he thinks of Bakugo, who is being restrained by his scar.
This is a great scene. I love this for Aizawa. Just him being like,
He loves his students. It's
he
adorable.
loves his students, being a
But
good
I also-
dad.
And I love that his caveat is like, I gotta help them until they graduate, which means I only need to deal with them for like another year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my assumption is, I guess, but it's weird because, you know, we've seen in the show that the students have different teachers for, like, homeroom each
Yeah.
year. Right? Or maybe...
No. So they showed that they keep the same homeroom teacher. But
but he teaches a different class, so that was the whole
Right.
thing with those students being like, he almost expelled me, blah, blah, blah.
yeah. So like,
Okay,
so
got it,
Eraserhead has like full control over them as both the homeroom teacher and as like their general like guidance counselor, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
While they still have to go like, because he's not a fucking math teacher. Like,
No, he's not.
they gotta have to go to like. Because they like we see them go to class with like ectoplasm and
Yeah.
Present Mike. And
night yeah
Midnight.
midnight. That's right. I almost called her like nightmare, and I'm like, what the fuck?
I
Nightmare.
can be your demon
Nightmare.
or your angle.
and then finally,
A whole page of students. I love
man.
it.
well,
So
Like,
cute.
I was tearing up on this one. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just got to point out though on this one panel with all the students in the background, it's a mosaic of students. I love it. It's adorable. I love you, Aizawa. Shinzo is there.
yeah,
And I think that's
oh,
great.
That's great.
Shinzo considers him as his protege. He considers him one of his students, and I think that's not only great, but but also possibly foreshadowing. Because if
he's going to join Class 1. We know he's going to join Class 1.
He's got to, right? I feel like he has to.
He was literally in their training session.
Well, that was the joint training, so we don't know if he's going to join.
Yeah, but he wasn't in the hero course.
If I remember right,
we don't know if he's going to join 1A or 1B.
Sorry?
We don't know if he's going to join 1A or 1B.
I bet he's going to join 1A. There's no way
That's
he's
what I'm
not.
saying. I think this is more confirmation that he joined 1A because of Eraserhead being the one who's helping him train.
Plus, I looked back, and there's, 2 empty rooms in their dorm building. So, but it's very strange, because I just thought about this. I don't think we've seen the students do anything school-related ever since that arc. We've seen them been doing internships. We haven't seen them do school things.
Yeah.
True.
That's bizarre. How many chapters has that been?
It's true.
Oh, wow.
My God.
Speaking of
so long.
Speaking of not doing very school-like things, page 19.
Midoriya directly disobeying a superior.
And headbutting Shigaraki in the face.
No, this isn't Demon Slayer. You can't headbutt your opponent, main character. No.
I love you, main character.
And then side main character Bakugo just screaming for no reason.
I love it though, because you can
no
see the
reason
difference.
here. Come on.
You see the difference because the reason Midoriya attacks him because he's just like, Sensei, I must protect you, and now it's like, but then for Bakugo, it's like, you've protected us in the past. Now it's my turn to protect you. Ah!
He said hour. He said
hour. He said hour. He never says hour, and I think that's great.
It's
good
true.
for him. I love him.
Development. They're working together. But
He
also,
is a good boy.
This is a very important Deku milestone. Our boy's fast as
Because
shit,
he finally
man.
likes me.
Oh
No, but look how fast he is.
Yeah. That's
We don't even see him in the panel. Look how close Torino is to him. And Deku still beats all of them there.
Yeah, holy shit. He was just his speed is depicted by exclusively a flash of lightning.
I know. It's like
not even the Flash
boy's
gets
the
that
Flash.
treatment every once in a while.
It's true.
he does on the TV show, because you can't really
You can't draw on TV.
That's true.
But our boy's fast, and that better I can't wait to hear that sound effect in the anime.
Oh, I'm expecting
yeah.
the Goku sound, which is shoo.
No, it's gonna be like the sound from the Overhaul arc, when he jumps up into the air.
Yeah,
And I like that sound. That's a very I got this sound,
it's a good sound.
reasonable sound. But he is super fast, and we don't know what percent he's using right now, right?
No,
We've gotten no mention of it, but we have to assume it's more than 45, right?
And we're
Maybe.
probably. I mean, he can push it to 50 at a time, from what I understand.
I think the highest I thought what I understood was that he can use 40, and then he can push it to 45 at the right before the attack is used, and then it's back to 40.
But I'd imagine because it's very obvious that the percentages fluctuate based on passion.
Emotional need.
And, so I wouldn't be surprised if the absolute need to save his teacher made him push to 55.
Break
even,
all of his bones.
You know. I mean, remember Muscular when he used 1,000%? What a guy!
That's true.
Wasn't it 1 million?
A million. That's right, 1 million. My apology.
With a broken arm.
How do you have 1,000,000%? That doesn't make any sense.
He's just
If you want a real answer, it's because he was
number.
just yelling a high number.
I'm
If you want a
aware.
fake answer, because he wanted to kill himself.
His arm should have exploded.
Yeah, he's just 100%, 120, 150, and then his heart gives out and he dies.
But I've been loving the way Aizawa's been drawn. He has
It's
such a
great.
distinct, different style
it's so
than the rest
cool.
of the.
Yeah, because he's so even among the heroes, he has a very particular sense of around his face. You know.
Yeah, right.
I don't know what it is, but something is very different about the way. Because you can even if you put his face up against the other heroes, like Endeavor, or even like Manual and Rocklock have very smooth faces for adults, but for whatever reason, Aizawa is always
Stubbly.
got fuck ton of lines on his face between stubble and scars and bags under his eyes. He's just a guy who's been through a lot.
It's very true.
Yeah, and it really, I like it a lot because it does. Most of the pro heroes that we notice, they all have a very distinct style that, like, the important ones, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, even Manual is like, he's just drawn like a common citizen, you know.
He's
like,
just
he's got
boy
the, like,
next door,
normal-
you know.
Yeah, and it's just
To go back to the speed thing real quick, right on the last page next to bowing Aizawa, Bakugo is not all that far behind Deku.
No, he's not.
he isn't.
So, I mean, assuming they came from the same place, which they did,
We did.
he's moving pretty goddamn fast too.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably
But-
about as fast as Gran Torino, I'd guess.
Yeah, I'd have to say so.
He probably has a bit more trouble controlling it, though.
Yeah, for
Like if
his,
you had to turn.
yeah, Bakugo's speed is very different than Deku's, you know, because of the way his explosions work. He's not putting out one constant explosion, right?
Yeah, because it's like, duh-duh-duh-duh-duh, not like, duh.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a bunch of individual explosions in close proximity, so it's similar to like a continuous explosion, but it's not, right?
Yeah.
So
Sure
like
is.
that's how you can. So it's just like, it's cool. It's just cool.
It's so
because the
good.
way the quirks work is cool.
Bakugo's quirk is so awesome because it's a quirk that's like objectively really cool and then used in even cooler ways. Like when the howitzer blast where he shoots it through from his fingertip through his hand. I
Yeah, and,
thought
like, he
that was a
spins in
great
circle,
utilization
and,
of it.
that was fantastic.
Like,
Oh,
holy
the
shit.
AP. That's the AP shot.
That's right. What was the howitzer blast? 'Cause
The
I remember
Howard
that
one
being
is when he
really cool,
like
too.
he's like doing a an alien roll, and he like
Yeah. I just
he gains a ridiculous
that's
amount of
another
momentum,
thing.
and then just
the naming conventions of their like
oh
of their
yeah,
powers
Bakugo
is
is
so
probably
cool.
one of the coolest, some of the better like naming conventions for his powers.
Yeah, because all of them are named after tanks and explosive. Like I'm waiting for the one where he like walks up, it's just like Tiger Tank, and just blows you up, but in a German fashion. So it's like it justifies the name.
Blows someone up in a German fashion.
Yeah, you know they're pretty good at it. They invented the Tiger Tank. They must be pretty good at it.
What,
All right, so we've reached the end.
Yes.
Man, this has been tangent central for us today.
So, what's happening next? Like, holy,
Yeah.
what do we?
I
Ball.
What in the
I have
goddamn?
no clue. I have no clue anymore.
Yeah, because
Like,
I
we
did
don't
not
know-
anticipate Deku and Shigaraki making like physical contact during this arc.
Yeah, at all. Like, at all.
So I am very caught in the water here. Like I have no clue where to even. Because my next thought is, like, Horikoshi could hit us with like some kind of fake out where immediately as fisticuffs start flying, Gran Torino just grabs them and flies away again. Like,
Like, you idiot.
you're like, what the fuck? And they're like, well, we were helping.
No, but you gotta think like the other pro heroes are like, why is this kid so much better than us right now? What's the
They all just get like really small-headed about it. Like, oh, well, if you guys can handle it, I guess. We can.
like Rocklock's like, what?
Can he lock people in place?
I think
Because I think I've only ever seen him.
I don't
lock
think he can. I
objects.
think it's only inanimate objects.
I don't know. He seemed to be
Curious.
doing his like motion to lock something when he was going at Shigaraki.
Right.
Maybe.
Because everyone was looking to go attack him. Because it was very obvious that what he was looking to do was, kill Eraserhead, kill everyone else. That's how this, step one, step two. Right?
Yeah, that's how that would happen.
Because my God, what a strong fucking quirk Erasure is.
Oh my
It's
god.
crazy, but it does have its limitations, which make it not ridiculously overpowered.
That's one of the.
Those
it's
limitations.
Pretty close.
So
I
in a
like
world
the-
of quirks,
Yeah.
Those
In a world
limitations
of-
are almost inconsequential.
You could probably get a like a, I forget what they're called, like someone to make something for him that could fix this issue. Like,
Yeah. And if Shigaraki
Oh
really
no,
wants...
I was thinking more like the can't erase like mutative quirks.
oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of
I
those are
guess.
like the reason the mutation quirks don't get erased is because it changes their physical form. But a lot of
Exactly,
those
yeah.
mutation quirks are also like, what's the word? Supplemented by like a
Yeah.
physical quirk. Because like if he uses erasure on Tokiyami, for instance, his head remains a bird, but he can no longer use Dark Shadow. You know.
Yeah.
So it's something like that, I suppose. I have no idea how that would apply to some characters. Because it's the same thing with the invisible chick, whose name I can't
Yeah.
remember.
Hakakure.
Right. Agakuri. When it happens to her, she can no longer, bend light, but she's still invisible.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't ever seen him activate a quirk on her.
No,
So
but
we
I mean,
don't-
I like
we
to
don't
think
know-
that that's...
We don't know if that's
We
how
don't know
it
if
works.
that's not how. Yeah, I don't think that's part of her quirk power. I think that's just something she can do because she is invisible.
Yeah.
God, imagine if he uses it on her and she looks in the mirror. And she's just fuck ugly.
Well, no, she describes how she looks.
What?
How
She
does
just-
she know how she looks?
She's described how she looks before. I don't know.
Her whole character like confuses the absolute hell out of me. Because how does she know what she even looks like?
I
Can
mean,
she see
she
herself?
just touches
Like-
her face a bunch and is like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but she can't like. Can she see
I
her
mean,
hands?
she could
Can
probably
see
do.
herself? Like,
She could probably do what happened to the baby in part 4 of JoJo's, and they
Put makeup on her face and just
yeah.
go like, oh, okay, that's what that looks like. Yeah, put her in geisha. My God, what would happen if they just put her in geisha makeup? That's not out of the question. If there's like
It's
another
not
cultural
out of the
festival or something, that'd be
question.
really funny.
it wouldn't surprise me if that's done once as a gag.
It would be
Yeah.
horrific because you would be able to see straight through her eyeballs into the back of her
Yes.
head.
Yup.
It would just be clear space from eyelids to.
Oh, God.
Don't just stop.
Could
it,
she wear
please.
Oh
contacts?
God, we got to get
though?
off this. We think too
So-
much about this. It's gonna hurt.
Okay, so here's the coda thing that I was mentioning before.
Ah, yes, water.
So,
The other coda, of course.
yes, the animal coda
Coda,
being
not-
like a quote unquote quirk awakening for him having like an animal familiar that like follows him around.
Oh.
Dark Shadow 2.
Electric
Boogaloo.
Boogaloo.
But it's like a panda.
Yeah.
That could be interesting. I mean,
You-
what if that's a quirk away? Instead of just like being able to like, oh shit, where are there animals so I can use my quirk? He just like yells real loud like, hey animal, come here. And one will just show up. Like, oh cool, what up?
that'd be pretty cool.
Maybe not as like a familiar, but like as this a literal animal that's just very far away but hears him anyway and just shows up.
No, I would definitely think. I think that's a pretty fair thing. I think he would get a familiar at a certain point.
Like to just astral project.
No, like
I don't know what a
Like an
familiar is,
actual
to be perfectly
animal.
honest.
a familiar is just like something that follows you around. It's
Oh,
like a
okay.
pet. It's like a pet.
He already has a pet rabbit.
Yeah, I know, but like one that he actually brings with him, and he doesn't just take care of.
Yeah, when it's fucking useful.
Yeah, right? Like, why doesn't he have like a bird? Come on, bro.
Yeah, get like a wolf or something. Do something. Get a deer to follow you. I don't know.
Do something.
Do something. God, I'm telling you, like the Eraserhead in this chapter when he's talking about like I gotta save my students and it shows all the pictures of all the students the entire time. I'm just thinking, my God, we haven't gotten any development for like 6 or 7 of these characters.
All right,
And
where's
it's killing me.
like we haven't gotten like.
Like, let me look at this
Zero-
splash page. We've gotten some for Ayama. We have none for Mineta. We've got a plenty for Kirishima, plenty for Todoroki, plenty for Ida. Not recently, but some. Some for Momu. Not very much, but some. None for Eight Arms guy, whose name I can't even remember. Ochaku's got it
Shota? I
pretty
think it's-
good.
Isn't it Shota?
Shoji,
No,
Shoji.
Shoji.
Shoji, that's right. Shoji. And then Coda, none. Sero, arguable. He got one instance.
Yeah.
And Hagakure, none. Ojiro, none. Sato, none.
Even for like Mina, we haven't got like a lot.
Yeah, but
Very tiny
Mina's development, quote unquote, kind of came in with Kirishima's because it was like we were following Kirishima's journey, but it was Kirishima basing his development off of hers.
Yeah.
And Red
But
Riot.
we haven't gotten her
Crimson
like
Riot.
own personal development.
Yeah, interpersonal development. Yeah, but it's like,
Yeah.
oh god, so many of these characters have gotten nothing. Like, I want the next few chapters to be exclusively about just Yaomomo and and Sato, and like I just want these characters to finally get something. I don't even care if it's in a spin-off comic. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, like we haven't even gotten a lot for Sue lately. Like she got that whole like work study thing, so I guess that's more than most of
Yeah, I mean, she got an entire episode of the
Yeah.
anime given to her, even though that wasn't in the manga. Like, good for her. Yeah, do you know that?
Oh, that wasn't in the manga.
Nope, that entire work study arc with the seal guy was not in the manga.
That's pretty good then. That's a pretty
That was a good one.
Pretty good arc.
The anime is handled so well, except for when it isn't.
That's
Case
Wow,
in point, Phantom
really?
Menace. Anyway,
yeah.
Phantom Menace brought to you by Microsoft PowerPoint.
God damn it.
Okay, we're spending too much time on bullshit. Theories. Do we have theories? Long term, short term, anybody, anywhere? Because I still haven't managed to get
Nothing.
my thoughts
I
in
have
order.
nothing. I've genuinely have nothing. I have no clue what's gonna happen next. This is like even for future plans, Tartarus out of the question. I don't think they're gonna go there anymore. Besides,
Just because
like,
they showed us one All for One,
no, I think okay. I
or
don't
just
think
because
it's gonna be,
or just because All Might isn't there.
probably just because All Might isn't there. If they do go there, it'll probably just be for like a conversation between Shigaraki and All for One. Like I don't know if they'll do like a Prison Break.
Hmm.
It wouldn't surprise
I
me
could
if they
still
do,
see
but
it.
at this point, it just seems so unnecessary for Shigaraki.
Yeah, because I feel like at least this arc itself is almost a total victory at this point. Like, for a Prison Break to be a part of this arc would be too much.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So maybe we get a training arc followed
mean-
by Prison Break.
I mean, we also. You say it's going to be too much, but they're already doing. Literally in page 5, he says, "Kill everybody."
Yeah, no, we could
Like-
totally see.
Like,
I don't
this
know.
could be a.
It wouldn't surprise me if it's
really
like-
depressing.
Just a total wash.
Yeah.
I would not
Also-
be surprised.
I didn't realize, but on Jiro's hair, it's an audio wave.
You've never noticed that?
I never noticed that.
I thought that was one of the coolest character design choices I've ever seen. I thought that was amazing. I love that.
That is amazing. I can't believe I never noticed that before.
My God, it's been 280 chapters, man.
Well, okay, tell me the last time that she's gotten more development that wasn't related to Kaminari, besides the festival arc.
Well, you just said the last time it wasn't about Kaminari, and then
Yeah. So, and even in that,
she's been around. Like,
She's been around, yeah.
she's one of the few that has gotten development outside of the protagonist and deuteragonist. Like, Jesus.
She got an arc.
Tokiyami hasn't gotten much. Like, never mind. No, he's gotten quite a bit more with Hawks.
Yeah, but that's very recent, so that's good.
Yeah.
What's the I can't make out that's Eri. Okay, I was trying to make out all of the panels of Eraserhead that we got before
Yeah.
Bakugo,
Yeah.
and then it showed up. I was trying to figure out what panels those were.
All right, I'm gonna throw little bit of theory crafting out there just because. I'm thinking for the very next chapter, we're gonna see Eraserhead doing Eraserhead, Gran Torino, and stuff, like doing everything in their power to not only take down Shigaraki, but to also get these students the fuck out of there.
Yeah,
And I'm
for
thinking this is when we're gonna see the reintroduction of Endeavor and Ryukyu. They're gonna come in, and that will be Deku and Bakugo's cue, like, danger approaches, better scatter. You know, like they're gonna they're gonna scurry off the moment they arrive and start messing with Shigaraki. Because if they don't get away, they're giving Shigaraki exactly what he wants, and as long as Eraserhead is alive and, looking at them, it'll be okay, but that is not a very good safety net, is that he won't blink,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Deku needs to
Especially
get
with,
out of here.
Yeah.
Especially considering random student just went flying through the air.
Yeah. And we also need to remember Shigaraki still hasn't used that quirk erasing bullet, if I remember right.
That's true.
Yeah.
He's still got the fucking thing. So I have no idea where that's gonna go. We may see Endeavor lose his quirk literally next chapter, because I wouldn't be surprised if, seeing as how the last 2 to 4 pages are dedicated to Eraserhead, what he's thinking and how people think of him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess that this may be a preparation for us to see him lose his quirk next week.
Mm-hmm.
Or die.
Or die. But we talked about this before, and I'm 90% sure
It'll just
it's a
be
lot
losing his
more likely
quirk.
for him to lose his quirk than die.
It's still it's at half mast.
I've never heard someone use that expression that way before.
It's yeah, man, me too. Fuck.
Yeah, these,
Exactly what I'm
these
saying.
manga panels really get me really excited, man.
His death flag is at half mast.
Yeah, he should
God.
tell people that. She's yeah,
Phrase
man,
that.
I was at half-mast right now. What a guy. I can't stop. This is so stupid. But guys, I'm so pissed because I wanted to theory things, and I've read this chapter 4 times now because I thought okay, if I read it, I'm gonna notice something, and I still haven't noticed anything I can make a theory on. I don't know what it is, but for whatever reason, I just cannot make any predictions
I
for the
know.
near future.
After-
and it's
after-
driving me crazy.
After what
Do you
happened?
think Deku's gonna get float? In this fight?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I mean, that wouldn't be bad. I mean, I feel like we're going to get at least one full chapter of just absolute hope-crushing, horrible, awful things. It's just going to be heroes being killed by Nomu, Shigaraki killing other people, and then maybe even the reintroduction of Gigantamakia and the people at the mansion. I just want... I'm expecting, a chapter or 2 of just absolute, awful, soul-crushing, terrible shit.
I could see that, yeah.
There will not be a turnaround until then.
Yeah, no.
Because Horikoshi needs to show us that this is a total, complete victory before he can even give us a glimmer of hope where it's well, we lost today, but still got you guys. Yeah, one for all.
You're still alive with big power man, boy, child.
Big fight time.
This could be interesting.
The news helicopter's still there too.
What about it?
Deku
So you think the
just
secret's
jumped
gonna...
into the middle of a fight against the guy that blew up a giant city, and the news is gonna catch it on.
Oh, so you think Deku's going to become a celebrity?
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I could see that happening too.
I mean, they won't get in any trouble for it because they have the provincial license.
I
Yeah,
know,
I think they
no, I'm
mentioned
not saying
earlier
he's gonna
that
get in
it's covered
trouble
in
for
smoke.
it. I think it's gonna be a argue over the #1 hero spot and stuff like that. And the next
Yeah,
but I don't
public
think
will see
they're-
Deku.
I just don't think they're gonna get a chance to do that because of the total victory that Rob was mentioning.
Yeah.
I totally see where you're coming from, and it wouldn't surprise me if the news helicopter factors in a bit more into showing the world who Deku is and that power. And it wouldn't surprise me even if quote unquote the secret of One for All gets out through it. That wouldn't surprise me at all. It would be hard to fit into the narrative currently.
Yeah, because I got to tell you, this is
Right
going
now they're
on
kind
at,
of just punching each other, and they really should just punch the crap out of each other.
It's
Yeah.
true.
I mean, besides, unless he's not doing anything particularly almighty, people just be oh, he looks strong.
Yeah.
They may think nothing of it. They may go oh, he's really good at what he does. They may not go oh, One for All maybe a villain may figure it out, like, hey, I've been fighting All Might for years. That's the same fucking shit. But there's no way. I don't think any, like, quirkless or, like, citizen is going to figure that out.
Maybe.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
Here's a thought I want to hear your guys' opinions on. What if the last 3 pages being dedicated to Eraserhead is just a fake out, and the fact that the last 4 panels are dedicated to Bakugo is actually what we're preparing ourselves for, and he's gonna lose his quirk?
Nah. Because they're not. Like, if you look at it, it's just, you get 2 panels of Bakugo.
Yeah, no, probably. I mean, yeah, but the other 2 are his thinking about him, so it's like arguable. I don't know. I mean, I'm just
like
thinking
4 panels to 4 pages. You know, it's like one of those.
Yeah, no, I'm hearing you, but I want to point this out as like a narrative thing. Deku, born quirkless, given a quirk, becomes a great hero. Bakugo, quirkful his entire life.
We mentioned it. It would make sense, but it's just.
I know. Look, I'm just trying to talk about something because I want to talk about this.
No, I know. And
I want to talk about this so bad, but there's not
one thing I read
to cover.
That it looks like Eri's horn has gone back down, or at least it's not noticeable.
Yeah, that's true.
That's something I read, and I don't know if that matters anything.
Maybe it's a perspective thing.
I
feel like I can see it being as tall as it was, or as small as even that. I like just looking at this panel because it's awfully small. Like I can't like she's drawn so small that it's very difficult to make out something as small as a horn. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if her quirk erasing bullets would work on herself.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, because I guess it's just her putting her own blood back inside of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like engineered, so you'd have to think it'd be
Curious. Yeah, maybe it would have a effect. I'm not so sure. Man, the moment you start asking questions about this kind of shit, it becomes like,
yeah, does it even matter at that point? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Quirks is such a great power system because of that, because it's just like, unless it's addressed by Horikoshi, feel free to theorize all you want. But more often than not, it's either A, not gonna matter, or B, fucking who cares?
Yeah, it's just fun.
It's true.
Yeah, and I wouldn't. I just want Mirio back.
I also want Mirio back.
I just want a semblance of hope. I just want hope. I want hope.
Okay, please.
There's nothing but despair here.
Despair.
Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Yeah, I think we just gotta wait to see next week, man. I don't think there's anything.
I know. I feel like I said this last week, but I'm just gonna say it again. I have never been so excited and so dreadful.
Yeah.
And it just keeps increasing every week. I don't get it. I don't understand how he keeps doing this to us.
It's so much pain, but it's so good.
Like every single week, I'm like, this has got to be the peak. This has got to be the peak. We're definitely going to see falling action after this.
And then we're going to see some falling action. Nope. Deku's here.
Well, he does this every time, where it's like build up throughout the chapter, and then the last 2 pages, something fucking out of left field happens, and everyone goes, why? And then it's like, too bad, this is happening now. And it's like, I knew something was going to happen.
Deku actually comes from the left side of Shigaraki.
Yeah.
Why does he never actually use his whole outfit, Deku?
Oh, dude, because the mask is so fucking dumb.
I know.
It's such a dumb looking mask. I hate it. It's so stupid looking.
It is really silly.
Last time we see him wear it is when Mirio puts it on him.
Yeah. And Mirio's mask doesn't even work.
Yeah.
It comes off when he uses his quirk. Like,
it's Mirio's like little visor thing. He's such a piece of shit. He's just like, yeah, man. It's made of plastic.
Oh my god, he probably has like 6,000 of them, like in like a.
It's like Squidward's alarm clocks. He's just got a closet full of visors. Like, oh, lost 10 more today. Like, holy shit.
Jeez.
Man.
Alright,
I also don't understand what's going on with like Bakugo's outfit. There's so many belts on it.
He likes belts, bro. Come on.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Jotaro wears 2, and one of them isn't even in belt loops. Like... Oh, guys.
Next chapter's
Any
gonna
final
be a
thoughts?
doozy. It's just next chapter's gonna be a doozy.
Yeah, that's really about it.
Oh. Chapter 277. Watch out, everyone.
Please
Anyway,
have mercy.
this has been chapter 276. Plus Ultra.
Plus Ultra.
Negative minus.